Today, we're going to look at the question, how can I prevent people from editing a Microsoft List item after it's been approved? In this scenario, we're tracking financial information. When a request is submitted, it often requires research before the accounting department can authorize the transaction. During this process, it's possible for multiple updates to happen. However, once it's approved, only the accounting manager should make any changes. It is possible to manage item level permissions in Microsoft Lists, but doing it manually would be time consuming. Creating a flow in Power Automate is the most efficient solution. I've navigated to the Create page in Power Automate. To get started, click Automated Cloud Flow. Give the flow a name. I'll use Stop Item Edits. The trigger is SharePoint when an item or file is modified. Then click Create. The trigger was inserted into the flow and we need to modify it to tell Power Automate what SharePoint site and list to pay attention to. In the Parameters pane, click the Site Address field and find the correct site. In this example, Coaching Demonstrations. Click the List or Library Name field and select your list. In this case, Chargeback. Now click the plus icon underneath the trigger to add an action. Search for Condition Control. The condition lets us set up a true or false parameter that tells Power Automate every time the item is modified, look at the approval field and search for the value approved. If the condition is met, the path will take an action. If false, we're going to leave it blank, meaning that the flow will stop and do nothing. When researching this solution, two options were suggested. I'm going to show both because each one is valid depending on your business process. Click the plus sign inside the true box. The first option we'll look at is Stop sharing an item or file. This is useful if the submitter is done with the information after it is approved. It's the equivalent of setting the view permission to none. Only those with the role of list owner or designer will see the items. In this scenario, the accounting manager is the list owner and can make the updates if needed. Insert the action, then click it to open the Parameters pane. Once again, we will tell Power Automate the SharePoint site and the list name. In the ID field, use Dynamic Content by clicking the little lightning bolt icon, and then select ID so that Power Automate knows which item to stop sharing. Those are all the required steps. You can save and test the flow. In the first screenshot, notice that Adele can view two items. For the test, I approved the first transaction, and now in the second screenshot, Adele can no longer see that item. Now let's look at the second scenario. The submitter still needs to reference the information, maybe for paperwork or reports. Instead of hiding the information, we will change the status to view only. In the condition control box, we need to add one more step. Click the plus sign in the true box and then search for Grant Access to Item or Folder. Now, you still need to keep the stop sharing an item step because what happens in Power Automate in this case is that you take away the old permission and then replace it with the new one. So we're going to click the drop down for site address and select the correct one. We're going to select our library name and the unique identifier just like we did before. The recipient field is where the option can get a bit complicated depending on your use case. It's used as an instruction to tell Power Automate who should no longer have access. The most common option is to use dynamic content and search for created by email. But if you need to remove access for several people, you might need to create a group with all the names and then use the group email address. Depending on how the group is set up in your company, you might not be able to see the email address and you'll need to get it from an IT administrator. So to keep the demonstration simple, I'm just going to use created by email. Then in the Roles field, select Can View from the dropdown. Then we will save and test our flow again. When the submitter goes to the list, they will see a pencil with a slash icon indicating that the item cannot be edited. When we switch to the accounting manager's view as the owner of the list, they can still select and edit the item. If you want to see more practical use cases for Power Automate, check out the playlist on the screen now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.